What's up, guys? I'm Truman, and I'm going to make the next outdoors heritage clothing brand inspired by the Pacific Northwest. So for years, brands like Eddie Bauer, Filson, and Pendleton have all dominated the Pacific Northwest clothing world, and brands like Patagonia, North Face, and LL Bean have all dominated the outdoors world in general. I've noticed recently that most of these brands are modernizing and dropping in quality, straying away from their roots and becoming more mainstream and boring. They're changing their logos, sacrificing materials, and changing their overall brand identity to try and become more trendy. So I decided to create my own brand that focuses on quality and timeless designs over trends. I want to take inspiration from my beautiful home in Washington and make that feeling available to the entire world. Now, this isn't just another crappy clothing brand like so many others are becoming. This is a celebration of the outdoors and a reminder to never take nature for granted. I want to make pieces that feel made to be worn, pieces that are influenced by vintage clothing, because what was working back then still works today, and a lot of brands fail to see that. I want to take inspiration from brands like vintage Ralph Lauren, Eddie Bauer, LL Bean, Pendleton, etc., and apply those to my brand, because in my opinion, that's what people really want. They don't want another polyester-filled big corporation that doesn't care about their customers. They want high-quality, timeless designs. So yeah, that's what I want to do with my brand, Truman Lee, inspired by the Pacific Northwest. Alright, so the first thing that I wanted to address is kind of the elephant in the room if you've been watching me for a while. Recently I decided to quit playing baseball. I was committed to Everett CC in Everett, Washington, which is a local JUCO that has a really great program, and last year they were actually nationally ranked for a little bit. And there were a couple main things that went into my decision to do that I will share right now. So the first thing that went into my decision was that the head coach that had recruited me decided to leave the program and actually stop coaching college baseball. So that was a big surprise. It came out of nowhere. Nobody expected it. And that kind of got me thinking, like, is this really the best path for me? So the head coach's decision to leave was based on family stuff and just wanting more time with his family because he was about to have his first kid. And that kind of got the ball rolling for me. I started thinking, like, how much time is this really going to take out of my life? And if I decide to continue playing baseball in the future, I mean, you never know what could happen. I had dreams of making it to the MLB, and I mean, MLB players don't got a lot of time for other stuff in their life. I just want to do other stuff in my life, and I don't want it to be only baseball 24/7, like 11 months out of the year, because really you only get like a month off, maybe, if that. And I love the game of baseball so much. It's the best sport in the world. I think that doing it that much would almost ruin it for me. So this all kind of left me with an ultimatum, which was, if baseball is going to take away the moments in life that I don't want to miss, then is it really worth continuing playing in the future? So I was kind of at a point where it's either don't play baseball at all, or you're gonna be increasing the amount of baseball that you play every single year and starting to miss those key life moments that I just really didn't want to miss. And that's not just the time that I don't want to miss in life in terms of like having a family, that's also like making a clothing brand, which is why I'm here talking about it in this video, because it relates to this video. I've had dreams of making a clothing brand for like the last 5 or 6 years. I kind of also had the thought where, like, I'm not gonna be young forever. I'm not gonna be 18 years old forever. And if I get started now on, let's say, my clothing brand, I almost feel like I'm getting a little bit of a head start with that. So yeah, that was kind of my final crossroads with baseball. It was either take baseball really seriously when I'm not 100% committed to it, or on the other hand, enjoy baseball in the way that I always have. One of the things that I've always thought about and that I've told teammates before is, as soon as baseball becomes only your job and you're not having fun with it anymore, that's how you know that it's kind of time to step back and step away from the game. And that was exactly where I was. With all the time that I would have spent on baseball, I now have that open for clothing brand stuff, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm really sorry to those of you who have been subscribed to me for a long time, but I also am really appreciative of you guys, and thank you so much for watching my videos. If you want to stick around and see what happens with my clothing brand, that would be pretty cool, and I'd love to have your support. But anyways, thank you guys for supporting me. Let's get back to the clothing brand content. Alright, so I recently attended Marshall Cruz's 3-day Q4 masterclass. It was a series of live streams on YouTube that was about starting and running a clothing brand and everything that you need to know. And I learned some really valuable stuff in there that I'm going to apply to today's video. So first of all, big shout out to Marshall Cruz. His brand is Tamed Psychotic. So in the intro, I was talking a lot about my brand identity, which is where my brand exists in the fashion world, what purpose it serves, who it serves, what I'm trying to accomplish with it. So the first question that you gotta ask is, who is actually going to be my customers? I myself am a pretty outdoorsy person. I love being outside, especially here in Washington. Every single day I get to look at the mountains, and I feel so lucky, and I will never take that for granted. That's the type of people that I want to sell to. People who really value stuff like that, who don't take things for granted. I think that the people that I want to sell to value nostalgia a lot. And so that's kind of where the vintage inspiration of my brand comes in. People who want to keep their clothes for a long time. People who want their clothes to match their lifestyle and actually have use. And obviously there are a lot of pretty big outdoor brands in the world today. Like I said earlier, lots of brands are dropping in quality, and they're trying to appeal to too many people by following trends too closely. So my clothing brand comes in and it solves this problem of inauthentic companies and corporations that are making clothes. And it creates a community of young people who care about the environment and want to do outdoorsy things and want to express themselves through their clothing. It's not fast fashion, it's not unethical, it's not cheap plastic and polyester. It's real high quality pieces that are durable and functional while still being fashionable. So those are my ideas for my brand identity. Of course it has to be raining when I want to film this, but I wanted to show you guys a couple pieces that I got thrifting recently. I just picked up this vintage LL Bean chamois flannel shirt, which is pretty sick. It's got a nice pattern on there. It's super soft because it's brushed, and yeah, I think chamois shirts are really underrated. Next up is this vintage, I believe it's vintage, Woolrich wool like liner vest. This isn't what I would wear it with, but this is just an example. It's super sick. It's got like this little green and red striped plaid pattern all around. It's got a little cinch in the back. It's nice and warm. It's got a cool shape, cool cut to it, and lots of pockets. So I really like this one. It was $17 though, because Value Village likes to rip people off. So next up, I got these vintage LL Bean 100% wool twill pants. These things fit perfectly. They're double pleated. They're a really cool, like green gray color. I would love to make pants like this for my brand. I love wearing pleated pants in the winter. And this next one, I am very excited for when I get a chance to wear this. This is a vintage Nordstrom Chaps RL. It's navy blue and it has these little like teal and red pinstripes, almost the same thing as the Woolrich vest. As you can see there, made in USA, Nordstrom Chaps RL. This one is a little bit thinner, so it'll be great for the summer. It's got those little bit of a wider lapel on this. It's got a very nice fit. This one's a little bit more relaxed. And last thing I will show, vintage LL Bean, made in USA. I don't even know what this is. I've seen people on eBay call this a hunting coat. I don't know if that's the right term for it. It's got the waterproof material on the outside. But yeah, this jacket is sick. It's super warm. It's 100% wool lining. It's got a cool little pattern too. It's like a little herringbone. I will definitely be making coats and jackets that are similar to this. This is right up my alley with the outdoorsy vibe. But yeah, those are a couple of items that I picked up this week thrifting that really inspire my brand. Maybe once my brand gets a little bit more established and it's a little bit later down the road, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 years or something, I would love to make a tailoring brand, like a sub brand, make some sick like suits and more semi-formal, formal wear type of stuff. Anyways, back to the video. So my next thing on my agenda is actually making my social media accounts for my brand. So I'm a very introverted person and I usually keep to myself. So posting stuff on social media is weird for me. So this part of making my brand is kind of the part that I'm most nervous about right now. But I'm motivated enough right now to do it and just don't care what people think, don't care if anybody has a reaction to it. I'm gonna post just a little video of a hike that I did with my girlfriend Renee. I'll put it up on screen right now so you can watch it. It's just a little video that we made, a little cinematic thing. I think that that's kind of the direction that I want to go with my clothing brand, is doing those little cinematic things, because I love photography, I love videography. I've been doing both of those things for a while now. So the little cinematic videos are like right up my alley. So that's what I want to do. Those types of videos are also really popular right now as well. So I just made a TikTok account a little while ago. My @ is @TrumanLeePNW, which is going to be my @ for all my social medias. And I'm just gonna try and post a TikTok every other day for the foreseeable future. And then we'll see if one of them gets traction, then I'll post it on my Instagram for my clothing brand. With Instagram, I'm gonna keep my personal page, and then I'm also going to have a brand page. My brand page will be a little bit more professional stuff because I do feel like that works better on Instagram Reels. Then my personal page will be similar to my TikTok with a little bit more behind the scenes stuff, but I think that it is time to officially post my first TikTok. I'm even going to show you guys right here. Hopefully it stays focused. Just make sure everything's good. I think that's all I got to do. I got 3 hashtags on there. Boom. We are officially posted. November 21st, 2025. I'm officially marking as the day that I started my clothing brand because I put something up on social media. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up for me this video. If you enjoyed, please hit that like and subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. For all my baseball fans out there, I'm sorry that I'm not playing anymore, but I truly believe that this is the right path for me. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this journey takes me. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video of building my clothing brand.